So, Shams reporting that Cade is close to returning and could play a couple regular season games to prime up for the playoffs. Mike sent me the injury report that he was doubtful before the Magic game. Yeah, good. Collapsed lung sounds horrible. It is horrible, but it's, something that you could be back to work in 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Just a regular job. But not bearing that he has no setbacks, which, like I said before, I see him wearing some type of protective flap jacket around the ribs. That's what you want. You don't want him coming back to the intensity of the playoffs. Regardless, he still got a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a rhythm. But now you actually kind of, able to probably gonna try to get him out there at some point full time. At some point you probably gonna try to get him out there 32 plus minutes, 35 plus minutes, right around there, and so he can be ready for that next series. So, like I said, it's just certain guys that you got to keep up. You got to keep their minutes. Dennis Jenkins minutes got to stay revving through the rest of the season. Karis LeVert minutes got to stay revving up. Kevin Huerter got to stay revving up. And then other guys you probably want to uptick because maybe you want to rest a Dern or rest a guy here or there. Paul, you know what I'm saying? You want to rev up Marcus Sasser minutes, just to make sure if you need them. So some of these guys' minutes going to be on the uptick or continue to be on the uptick. But like I said before with Cade, it just takes some time. He missed out on regular season awards, so did Anthony Edwards. So does that water down the MVP race? Yeah, it does. Just them missing it, but them missing the time too. It kind of puts an asterisk by the person that wins it. And then you got Luka. I don't know how many games he can miss. He bowed out with a hamstring injury. The NBA, first and foremost, if you want to address the legit issues about the injuries, if that's a legitimate issue, at that point you need to get with the strength and conditioning, overseer of the NBA, or if you don't have one, you need to get one. And that, in the way that they train, that I watched they train, I seen Jokic deadlifting like 135. I'm like, what's the point of that? I'm like, what the fuck is the point of him deadlifting that? That's nothing. On the trap bar, let alone, you know what I'm saying? That's absolutely nothing. Something has to change, man. When players was durable, they had muscle on them. You don't see many muscular players no more. And they talk about, this is better athletes. Bullshit. You don't see dudes built like Kevin Willis or like Dwight Howard, Alvin Robertson. You know what I'm saying? You don't see dudes built like that no more. You barely see it. Look at Joel Embiid, dude. You literally had alleged NBA players taking Ozempic. You know how hard it is to gain weight for the average ball player? You know what I'm saying? How hard it is for them to add weight? It's hard for them to add weight. So if you gaining pounds on top of pounds and your, occupation is to hoop, that's, that should tell you something right then and there. But they strength and conditioning programs are trash in the NBA. I seen it. And I remember LeVar Ball speaking on, they need to lift, why you need to lift heavy weights. And, what kills me about, change within human nature, every change is seen as evolution. Like we're going for, nah. A lot of this change is de-evolution. And you don't even see many ball players coming out with muscle no more. A lot of these dudes don't have a lick of muscle, dog. You used to see guys like Daryl Armstrong used to be chiseled for a guard. You used to have guys that, David Robertson. I know he was a Marine, I believe, or he was in the Navy. Excuse me. I think it was the Navy. But Jesus Christ. You can watch the NBA game and not see a muscle, bro. Not see real muscles no more. Ain't that crazy? Not see any muscle, bro. These dudes come built flabby. And muscle is like one of the number one things your body needs to stave off Alzheimer's, dementia, to keep your youth. Your youth is on muscle. And these guys ain't even muscular no more, dog. You're like, what are y'all doing? Y'all wonder why it's so many injuries. They don't lift no weights. Imagine NFL players not lifting weights, man. They'd be in a world of trouble. But it's good to see Cade coming back, man. Getting back to it. The body probably got a rest, so now you want to put it under duress before you hit the playoffs and, see how the play-in go. And, it'll be Miami, Charlotte, whoever it may be. Then you may be prepared to look like to possibly play Cleveland in the second round, which is a very interesting matchup all season for us. I mean, they're tough. And Donovan Mitchell in the playoff series is usually otherworldly, but you got Harden, Mobley. So they're a good team. That's most likely who you could see in the second round. I think they might possibly could play Toronto. I could be wrong on that. Because you got, I think, Boston second, New York 3, so that'd be the 3-6 matchup. That could be Toronto in the 6 seeds. I think Toronto 5th. So Philly down there. I think Philly was down there. And then in the 2 second, I mean, that play ain't going to really, get that. Atlanta's in there. Orlando was a team to watch for me. But I just, Paolo don't have the maturity, they don't have the maturity, man. When you see some of these dudes, man, you throwing a coach under the bus, and you just see he would be gone, in my opinion. I love Paolo, but you ain't gonna win with a guy like that. You ain't gonna win with a guy like that. But Hornets hot as fish grease right now. So they should get Stu back in time as well too. So should be a movie. So see if they can make a run. Tatum looking pretty good coming back. So you can obviously tell that he put some whatever work he was doing before he came back. It was real work. But now you putting that body under duress for the playoffs. It was talking about people was talking about how they was gonna integrate him back into Boston. And I'll say this, man, in this video, there's a lot of people jealous of him, of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. There's a lot of people, the NBA players and media members are jealous of them. Because a lot of these dudes wanted to get from under somebody's shadow and wanted to go do it on their own, and it didn't work. They got a bunch of stats, no rings, so I hope they hoop together, man. How is it going to be hard for me to integrate with my brothers and we won a championship together not too long ago, had another deep finals run? How is that going to be hard to integrate? Like, get out of here. I mean, you come on integrating a top 8, top 10, top 6 player and Jason Tatum with possibly is the MVP or the MVP runner-up with Jaylen Brown. Like, they just start narratives. Like, how is it hard to integrate with my brother? Like, get out of here. Man, we winning together, and you notice that more and more and I'm not a fan of Boston. I'm a fan of the players, Brown and Tatum. But man, keep getting money. Keep winning, dog. Keep making them mad, bro. Because a lot of these dudes had egos. They wanted to win championships on their own somewhere, and they didn't get it done. So, check out Detroit Pistons to our playlist. Shout out to Cade. Hopefully, take his time coming back, and he come back get some games up under his belt, and we can hit this playoff run, this championship run, running. But hit the link in the description and say find me everywhere. The Linktree, X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.